eyes, motherfucker.
I love that intro.
It's beautiful, isn't it? Yes, guys, I'm Si. Welcome to Cardiff City World. This is the 50-50 hour. It's 50% Flower, 50% Ace Podcast Nation. Beautiful. It's I'm filling in for Matthew because how dare he put his family first. It's disgraceful. But Rob got loads of shit for doing that as well. So I think it's only fair that we give Matthew loads of shit as well. It's unprofessional, it's lazy, and quite frankly, I'm very disappointed. I'm thinking that we should remove the superstar label from Matthew due to this fact. I know. How do you feel about that, mate?
Yeah. Voting passed. Here we go. It's done. It's gone.
Gone.
No longer. He's just Matthew.
And I am joined by superstar Robert Boyle. How are you?
I am wicked, mate. I'm wicked. How are you keeping, my handsome boy?
Always, mate. Got a bit of sunburn going on from the football today, but it's all good, mate. Just brings out my grey that little bit more, doesn't it? So that's the main thing. So
skin.
Yeah, that's just grey. I've definitely got grey skin, mate, because I just look constantly ill. But there we go. It's all right. It's all right. The Flower Hour, the 50-50 hour, the Flower Hour is brought to you by AJM Embroidery. AJM Embroidery opened in 2014. They provide high-quality embroidery service to local schools, sports teams. Matthew Browne, the business owner, has 10 years' experience in the industry. He understands the meaning of customer service and providing the highest quality work. They build the best garments to ensure the items are durable, and that is why they stand out as the premier suppliers to the schools, sports teams, and local businesses. And we're very, very pleased to have them on board, supporting the boys. Robert's just broken StreamYard. He doesn't know what he's done. But it's all good. We really appreciate AJM supporting the show. Let's try and fix whatever Robert's done, because I have no idea. What have you done?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to do.
I'll fix it now, mate. It's all good, mate.
That's what I'm trying to do.
60% of the time, it works every time. There we go.
There he goes.
Beautiful. So, mate, we're just going to have a bit of a chat about all sorts. I got some questions for you, which I'm going to throw at you later on. A little challenge, football challenge. But it's nothing to worry about, mate. It's no like trivia and all this stuff like Matt trying to make you look silly. Just a bit of fun with me, mate. See, because I don't want to make you look bad. Matthew is a traitor.
In my defense, if anyone looks silly, was Mr. Matthew Angel on Wednesday with my quiz question I threw to him. I think we can all agree, the guys and girls who watched the quiz on Wednesday, I mugged him right off, and I'm not even sorry for it. I showed his football knowledge, up massively, and I am not sorry about it at all. So I'm well happy of it. So a lucky ducky.
Mate, he's a traitor, mate. Sorry, he's gone.
Yeah, he's a good egg, but he's a
fancy putting your family first. It's embarrassing. If I did that, there wouldn't be an Ace Podcast Nation or a Cardiff City World. Disgraceful. I don't know what you've done, mate. I honestly couldn't tell you what you've done, how you've done it. It's broken. There we go. Done. See? You broke it. Did you try to add your own banner and forget to do the rolling bit?
I tried to do what you've done, mate, and put the AJM banner in, and I've cocked up. So I'll leave it down to you, as you were, Simon. Go.
All good, my friend. All good. So Oh, mate, Reese says it hammered down in Port Talbot. Mate, it was sunshine, beautiful day this morning, all day in Cardiff, really. Had a bit of rain this evening, but this morning it was absolutely scorchio. Beautiful. Really enjoyed it. Lovely game. And bit of aggro, bit of this, bit of that, but that's part and parcel of under 15s. It's all a bit of fun. Cardiff City been linked with Devontae Cole today, mate. How do you feel about that? He's son of Andy Cole, so he's got good genes. Good genes. Currently at Barnsley.
Yeah, I mean, I am his numbers to hand, mate, but
I'll have a look now.
I don't think he's a championship quality player, is he? By the way, before we start getting going, how's the lag doing tonight? Is it better?
Better, yeah, it seems to be. It's probably Matthew's fault, mate.
Yeah, I don't know if it's clean all my stuff is maybe helping, but I don't know, mate. 3 or 4, 5 years ago, I would have thought maybe we're onto a winner. He's also got that pedigree from his dad. I know you can't live vicariously through your parents or things like that, and having a Cole name in football is quite a prestigious one in fairness because of what Andy, obviously his dad, achieved, but he's not really set the world alight wherever he's been. Correct me if I'm wrong, mate. I don't think he's been prolific wherever he's been. Maybe most of his career has been League One, I think. I'm not wrong.
Yeah, well, just looking at his stats now, mate. Last season, made 46 appearances, scored 18 goals, 3 assists. Started 91% of the time, played about 87% of those minutes, and he also participated in 26% of their goals. So actually, statistically, he's not that bad. But obviously, I didn't watch him, so I couldn't tell you how good he was and stuff like that. But statistically, he did all right. And what I would say, mate, he might not be championship level, but he's an experienced footballer. He's Jamaican international, and I would argue that he's better than Atete, better than Jeju, and better than fucking Ugbo or whatever it was we had. So on a free, I don't think it's the worst signing. Do I think we can aim for a bit better? Yes. But if we were going to get him in as the backup striker, I think that wouldn't be the worst idea. Because he's experienced, he knows how to find, score goals, etc. Just looking at his record now, seeing what it's like previously. So last season, 18 goals. But he scored that regular is what I would like. If he scored 18 goals like most seasons, I'd probably have a go at that, mate, It's pretty consistent.
I don't think he has, man. Maybe I'm wrong.
Season 22-23. So 22, come on, load up. 22-23. 15 goals the season before, in about the same amount of appearances. I know. I just gotta just leave me be now. I want to prove you wrong. It's my aim now is to say that he scored between 15 and 20 goals every season for his whole career.
So why you look at our site? We'll talk amongst ourselves.
Yeah. No. So he does average. He's got relatively not groundbreaking figures, but they are. Cardiff have seemed to be a thing where strikers go to die, mate. In fairness, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it is.
It's a graveyard for just form and stuff. The strikers is just appalling, mate. And fucking, it's been real bad. I still think I sent Tete out on loan, mate. God, Jesus Christ, send him on loan because he ain't gonna do anything for Cardiff. I just think there's loads of free transfers out there, mate, because if you buy a striker, look, we'd all like a 25-year-old striker who's in his peak is going to score 30 goals a season, but they cost bucks, and we haven't got bucks. So you got to do a bit of wheeling and dealing. Someone like that on a free who generally scores goals fairly consistently as a backup or someone who, will play. But then Reece made a good point. Bullet wouldn't play Grant through the middle because of his size. I think he's about the similar sort of size to him, quite small. You know, he's a number 9, like old school one, isn't he? Like his old man.
Yeah, that's a really good point. The thing is, like the names you reeled off there, mate. You know, it's not a hell of a lot of competition to be going against, is it? And obviously, you mentioned about his goals that he scored there. I know it's a bit of a tongue-in-cheek what I mentioned, but you know, I think 80% of those goals he scored are probably in League One, if I'm not mistaken. Again, I could be wrong. I could be talking on my ass, which is, as you all know, is highly possible. You just don't know. Like, you don't know. And like you said, mate, I think you summed it perfectly. Cardiff is a place for strikers to come and die, basically, their career to die. We do host a fantastic graveyard at Cardiff City Stadium of strikers.
And they don't seem to go on and like they don't go to another club and rediscover their form, generally speaking, either. Like they come into Cardiff with a decent record and then it gets played out of them and then they go elsewhere and they kind of like their career goes on like a downward thing. I don't know what it is, mate. But what I will say is like I just think if Bullett's the manager, I would say let him go in and use his Turkish, his Greek links and see if he can get a striker in and then also get like a proven championship striker on a free. I wouldn't be against that, mate, you know, because you might be able to get someone in from Europe. And look, sometimes as well, mate, right? I said this the other day on one of the shows. I forget which one it was. Sometimes it's not about a player or the club. It's just a player or a manager or a coach will go to a certain club and it's just the right place for them. So, you know, Javonte Cole, he's been in League One, but he could come to Cardiff and it could just be the place for him and he could just go nuts, like, and score a load of goals. Probably won't, but, like, not just him, you know, anyone. Like, it was like, when I was talking about Nathan Jones, like, it seems like with Nathan Jones, Luton Town was just the right place for him because when he was at Luton, he was great on a shoestring. Then he went to, was it Stoke? No, who was it? He went somewhere, didn't he? And had to go and went to the Premier League, struggled, went back to Luton and got them going again. And it's like sometimes it's just the right place for a certain personality, certain player, whatever. And you never know, do you, until you try. Like one thing I'd criticize the club for sometimes is we don't look in the lower leagues. Like I know we've had a couple of League One strikers over the years who've been shit, but generally speaking, Cardiff won't go and take a risk on lower league players. Is it because they've had their fingers burnt? I don't know. I don't know, mate. It's difficult. I went through all the transfers yesterday, like free transfers, and there's some interesting names on there, mate. And I think you got Keane Ashford. You need to get 2 strikers in for me, and I think having a free transfer of someone who's between 29 and 32 is not the worst idea. But it's getting the right one in because you don't just want a cart horse who's going to do nothing. But how do you do it if you haven't got a manager?
Yeah, and that's another thing. I mean, the week goes on for that. And talking about, come back to your point about players and things like that. Obviously, with teams coming down, they have a lot of releases. I've just been caught my earlier on, just brought it up now, which I'll bring to you in a second, is the Sheffield United release list. Obviously, they've had a horrific season in the Premiership. I've seen some people, some fans or podcast YouTubers or whatever saying ban them for 2 years so they don't have to go straight back up. Yeah. But then, you know, you look at some of their players that they've released. Oh, shit. What am I signing up for? You got like Chris Basham, George Baldock, Ollie Norwood. Ollie Norwood, I think he's a quality player.
We are, if you remember, we were talking about him last year, weren't we, for Cardiff, like whether we could get him in.
Yeah.
He's championship
I think
proven,
he's a
mate.
quality footballer.
Like 33, so he's not young, but I think I don't know, mate. I say that as I almost talk myself out of it because I think one of the issues that we've had this year is legs to go with Cyopus, which is why I'm so intent that we should get Jordan James. And I saw a couple of other accounts agreeing with me the other day, so hopefully that is. But yeah, I think Oliver Norwood is very, very good. It's going to be.
Do you think he's better? Okay, maybe not. Do you think Ollie Norwood is better than, I won't say Will Vogts, not Will Vogts, sorry. Oh my God, season's no long finished. I've got his name already.
Oh, no, go on.
The midfielder for Cardiff. Oh my God, my mind's gone blank.
What? Rolls, Turnbull, Wintle, Cyopus.
Wintle. Jesus Christ, how can I forget him already? Wintle, sorry, I do apologise. I know you don't like Wintle anyway, but would you say that
I like him? I
Norwood
just
is
think
a better than Fleur Hour?
Yeah, I would take Ollie Norwood over Wintle. So my thing with Wintle is not it's not that I dislike him. I think he's a good, honest pro, and he offers a certain role. I just think that you could get players in who could also offer that role and be better in other aspects. So, like, my thing was, like, if you go to Birmingham City and you say, we'll give you 1.5 million or 1 million plus Ryan Wintle with a boatload of add-ons if we get promoted to the Premier League and blah, 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 sell-on clauses, all the shit to bump it up. I think Birmingham would be tempted because Wintle would absolutely tear it up in League One. Like, he's better than League One, but he's also, I think, an average championship player. Does that make sense? Like, he's too good for League One, but he's not good enough for the top end of the championship. So, for me, if I'm Birmingham, that's the deal I'm looking at. If I was Cardiff, I would offer Callum Robinson and Ryan Wintle for Jordan James and see what comes back. Jordan James, mate, would change the whole outlook of Cardiff City's midfield. Him and Cyopus next to each other, and we are cooking, mate. And then if you could then have the substitutes be Joe Rawls or the midfield rotation of Joe Rawls and Ollie Norwood and Turnbull, I think you're really, really cooking, mate. I really do. That's a strong midfield for the championship challenge. Jordan James can fill in for Cyopus as well if Cyopus needs a rest. Like, it's just, to me, I know we need a number 9, but there's number 9s around that you could do a bit of wheeling and dealing with. Jordan James is the one now, because they've gone down. Now's the time to get him. He's 19, mate. Like, sign him on a 5-year deal and fucking do everything you can to get him. That's my opinion. People might disagree, but I think I would if we've got 2 million to spend on signings in the summer, mate, and Birmingham asked for 2 million, I would spend it all on Jordan James and then do loans and frees for the rest, or raise money through Perry NG or something like that.
Do you think 2 million would do it?
I think about that would be about the. I reckon that's about what they'd ask. I reckon they'd ask 2 million plus. I think they'll ask for 4, and I think 2 million plus add-ons or a player would probably get it over the line. I don't know. What do people think? Like, what do the people watching think? Do you think Jordan James makes as much difference as what I'm saying? Do you think he'd be a good signing, or do you think Cardiff should look for slightly cheaper options elsewhere? I'm genuinely interested because, like, I wanted him last summer when he wasn't playing for Birmingham, and now they've gone down. I feel like it's the right time to pounce, and I just hope we don't waste it. But I also wouldn't be surprised if a Premier League club came in for him, one of the lower Premier League, like a Leicester or someone like that. He's that good, mate. And the thing is, he's done it on a big stage for Wales. So, Leicester's and whatnot, Leeds or whoever goes up. Like Leeds as well. If Leeds go up, you look at the players Leeds have got. like Ampadu and all these. Like they got quite a bit of a Welsh contingent going on, haven't they? You could imagine like Ampadu saying to the coach or whatever, you know, get Jordan James in alongside me, mate. Oh, mate, that Ampadu one still really irritates me. Bugs me that he plays for Leeds, mate. It really does. Lewis Ferguson, mate. Massive shout, that is. Plays in Bologna. He's the captain, isn't he? Just for people to see. Lewis Ferguson, he says, Reese says, I think Lewis Ferguson being so successful for Bologna will have alerted other Italian teams to young British midfielders. I'd be surprised if Atlanta didn't come back in for him at $4.5 million. Yeah, mate, Lewis Ferguson, look at what Ampadu did abroad. Obviously, Jude Bellingham. Like, I think for championship players, going abroad, if you're not getting that Premier League move, because realistically, like the top 6 or 8 clubs in the Premier League, generally speaking, don't dip into the championship, do they? Like, so if you look at it like your Liverpools, Uniteds, your Arsenals, whatever, generally speaking, these days, they don't dip into the championship. So one other alternative route for these young players who are too good for the championship is to go abroad, shine, and then go for big money elsewhere. See, Job Bellingham has been linked with Dortmund. That's an interesting little move. I rate him. I do, Job. Yeah, I think I really rate him. I do, the Bellingham Jr. I think he's really good. He's really versatile as well. Like plays like 6 different positions. But I think it'd be a lot of pressure for him to go to Dortmund. A lot of pressure.
Yeah, no, he needs to follow his own path, man. I think. I must admit, I've not seen a great deal about him. I know of him, obviously, and I know what potentially he's capable of, but I just think that there's got to be a better move than following in his brother's footsteps.
Yeah.
All right, maybe go to Germany, go to Leverkusen or something like that, Freiburg or something.
Come to Cardiff City, mate. Come to Cardiff City. I would love to have Joe Bellingham.
I just think I wouldn't think that's a good move personally myself, but what do I know?
Paul said, this is an interesting one. He said, I think we're going to need around 10 more signings at this rate. We're going to get rid of players and a few are out of contract. And this, I discussed this last night. So, for instance, just as pick one out of the sky, Jamali Collins is out of contract. I was normally around the end of next month. And if we haven't got a manager, what are we going to do?
Right.
Well, I would keep him, mate. I would, but like, what are you going to do, mate? We can't sell him and Perry NG. It's be madness, or not even sell him. Like, let him go.
Mate, it's just. Do you know what? I don't do these shows over the summer because I think it's going to give me a fucking nervous breakdown. I think, to be honest, because the amount of rumors still in a year, and the deals we're probably going to get told what's happening, that's not happening, and it is going to be exciting over the summer for us, for sure. And but I think I'm going to have a nervous breakdown because, like, it's just going to be so much of this, isn't it? And one thing we need massively, which Paul, who's turned into a Fleur Hour legend now, he is, mate. He's one of us. Has brought up here. Until we get a manager sorted, everything's on hold. He's spot on, mate. You absolutely bang on, lad. Like, until we get that, excuse me, sorry. Do apologise. Until we get that nailed on, then who the hell's going to want to join Cardiff until we know what the future is? Yes, we all know
of a plan.
There's a transfer committee. What's that? Say again, sorry.
I said how could you come to a club which has got no semblance of a plan? You can't.
Well, that's it.
You don't know what's going to do.
We all know, there's a transfer committee and all that. Regardless of what anyone says, there's a transfer committee and they have says on X, Y, and Z. And the manager has a say maybe on A, B, and potentially C. But, like, until you have that A and B narrative nailed down, then we're screwed. Like, no one's going to want to sign up to anything the end of the day, we all know players and footballers are paid a handsome sum of money, but they still are people at the end of the day. They got families, kids, loved ones, etc., boyfriends, girlfriends, whatever it may be. They're going to want to commit to something if they don't know what the hell is going to go on in the next 12 months. So until they solve that, which I still can't believe is still going on, I cannot see any movement transfer-wise personally, but
I got a really, really interesting show coming out tomorrow. I'll bring up the
oh, it's just not interesting enough for you, is it? You melt?
No, I'm saying that it follows on from like what you're saying now.
I'm only joking.
You hurt my feelings now. One of the names I'm going to throw some names which because I was looking at the free transfers on last night's late night show, and I want to just throw a couple of them at you, see what you reckon. On freeze these are as well. So Deshaun Bernard, who can play centre back and full back, is 23. Is on a free from Sheffield Wednesday. I know I didn't have the best season, but the 32 appearances he made last year, which is a good chunk, a couple of assists as well. Can play centre back, full back, nice young age, good profile. How do you feel about that, mate? His contract's up at the end of June. He's come through. Used to be at the United's academy, I think, at one point, and very good footballer.
What was his name? Did you say so? Deshaun what?
Deshaun Bernard, Jamaican international, 23.
I mean, that doesn't say much. He's 23.
Yeah, because we need players. You need those players who can play a couple. Go on.
No, sorry, mate. I gotta be honest. I'm not too familiar with him. I mean, obviously, there's something about him. Have he been in the United Academy? But I'm not too sure, if I'm perfectly honest, mate. You probably know more than me then about him. Is he any good?
Yeah, he's pretty good, mate. I'd like maybe when Reece just made the point which I was going to make, and which is he says, to be fair, we bought Mark Hudson off relegated Charlton, we bought David Marshall off relegated Norwich. Just because teams got relegated doesn't mean the players aren't good. Another one.
Oh, I mean, absolutely agree.
From West Brom, they got a couple of really interesting ones to be released. Nathaniel Chalabar's out on a free, 29. Can play defensive midfield, attacking midfield, centre back. Like, to me, that's a no-brainer. I think the only potential kind of thing would be is if he's the wages, like, basically. But mate, be an interesting discussion. Yeah, I want to check out his injury record. But the one which I really liked, who marginally missed out on my list, was Yuto Nakayama from Huddersfield. Is on a free, 27 years old, Japanese international, has played a shitload of games for Japan. I say shitload, but 2022, I think was the 23. Can play all across the back, defensive midfield, 27. Perfect age. I really, really like him. I think he's a real quality player. Again, free, end of the month or end of June. It's like, no, these are like the club has got to be proactive, mate, because these all these free transfers are gone, mate, by the end of July. Axel Tunzebi's out on he's available on a free. We talked about him last summer.
Yeah, we did.
Adama Traore, he's on a free of mine as well. Bet he's on Bucks. My screen's frozen. Right. Can you still hear me? Yeah.
This is a good shout. I don't know if you can still see side. This is a good shout from Reece David Evans. Alex Mowat.
Yeah.
What a player he is. He's so accomplished at championship level. Such a very, very good footballer. Where's he been released from, Reece? Is there it's not Wednesday, is it? Is it Wednesday he got released from? No. Can't think what it is. But he's a very, very good footballer.
Yeah, he's quality, mate.
At championship level, mate. Such a good footballer.
Paddy McNair leaving Middlesbrough as well. Alex Mowat, West Brom. So that's what I was saying about West Brom. They've got a load of good players. I'll actually bring up their full list now. We were out of contract. Kipre.
Yeah, please, if you can, mate. That'd be interesting to see.
I'll bring up the West Brom.
The one a big boy.
Yeah, I'll bring out that now. But the one who I wanted to mention, who made my 5. Actually, before I mention him, Che Adams is on a free as well from Southampton. I think his wages would be far too much for us. But I'm just saying, some of the players, and Ian Acho's on a free, Wilfred Ndidi is on a free, Paddy McNair, Alan Browne, he's probably I don't know, Right, let me have a look. Midfielders club. Where's the club bit? Let's go forwards. Show. So yeah, I know it, which is no brainer to me. Jamie Vardy's on a free, so I didn't think he didn't do a great deal for that.
You renew his contract, you will, but you do a 1-year contract, he will.
Yeah, one that I did say as a backup striker was Scott Hogan from Birmingham City. Got a habit of scoring goals. Probably not like a first choice, but if you start rolling through all your choices, would be an all right backup. Ian Acho, mate. If there was any way that we could get Ian Acho down here, I think he would score fucking goals, mate. He would. I can't find the Blackburn player that I was looking at last night. It's just bugging me.
Salabadic.
No, it was Dolan. He's a winger, he is. I forgot his name. Reece Dolan or Dolan Reece or something. Absolute wicked player, mate. I watched him a few times this year. I can't remember his fucking name. I'll find him now.
That good, eh?
I went through so many names yesterday, and I get them mixed up like 2 names. It's infuriating. My memories of Bradley Dax on a free line as well.
Tyrese Dolan.
Tyrese Dolan, that's the one, mate. I take him all day. Yeah, there is an option though. So just some of these frees, right? I'm going to leave that one off because he's from West Brom. John Fleck is on a free from Blackburn. Will Vokes probably wouldn't go back there.
No.
Matty James, Adam Reach is on a free. Ben Woodburn is on a free. Mark Albrighton's probably a bit old now. Josh Windass was another one who made my list because he can play wide, up front, attacking midfield. And because we need more than one striker, I think Josh Windass is a no-brainer, mate, because he's proven in the Championship.
Yeah, his dad's a dick, though, so.
Yeah, and I don't want to sign his dad, fucking. But mate, you know what I mean? Because we need 2 strikers. Having one who can do a couple of other roles is not a worst idea, I'm trying to line it up. Right. Tell you what I'll do. I want all the West Brom players, so we go there and we go club. Right, I'm just gonna have to scroll through, mate, old school, because they won't let me select them by club, which is really, really quite annoying. But West Brom have got a mad list of released players. Yeah, Alex Mowat released by West Brom. Cedric Kipre is out of contract. No, not necessarily released. They're out of contract. Cedric Kipre, I would sign him straight away because I think arguably you could say he's on the level of Nat Phillips, Nathaniel Chabala. So those 3 players straight away, really, all from West Brom, free, probably improve Cardiff season squad. Adam Reach from West Brom. Adam Reach, how many appearances did Adam Reach make last year? Only 2. See, so he's 31. He only made two appearances. I'd be interested to know if that was from injury or he wasn't
injury, mate. It was injury. It was injury. So I think he misspoke. I think he broke his cruciate. I think. I could be wrong. I'm sure he did his cruciate.
And then you got Bradley Dack as well, was injured most of the season. Both quality Championship players, but I think you've got to look at if they got injury issues, you probably got to swerve them, Here we go now. Barry Bannon, but he's 34. Would you still sign Barry Bannon, mate, on a free?
100%. 100%.
He's free. How many did he
You're
make
lying
last
if you
year?
say no.
Oh,
You
I love
take
him,
out-
mate.
you
I
take-
do love him. I tell you what, he made 42 appearances last year, so he's still got it. Can play off the right, can play deep, can play in the 10. Barry Bannon, mate,
He's such a smart footballer.
I wish we'd signed him 2-3 years ago, mate. I really, really wish we had.
Well, Wednesday went down originally, wasn't it?
Yeah,
we were talking about it.
Yeah, the championship out of contract list is a fascinating one, I got to say. Jake Livermore, I thought Ruben Corwell made him look very average against them earlier in the season.
Yeah.
Did a great job on him after he had done really well. Well, the funny thing is with Livermore is coming into that game, he was in really good form, sitting in front of a defence and just popping it about. And then the manager put Colwell on him, and he did nothing whole game. Some of the bigger, right? So these are the ones where their value is quite high, so their probably wages are relatively high in most cases. So you got Wilfred Ndidi from Leicester. I would imagine I don't think he's. Yeah, Che Adams. I don't know about that.
No.
Like I would like him, but I don't think I think his wages, and I think he's probably too good for us. He scored 15 goals in the championship last year. Played left, played right, played through the middle. Like he's a big boy. I'd take him all day long, Che Adams. And the thing is, mate, right? Because we haven't got a manager, this transfer committee or the board or the club, really, they should be proactive in getting a couple of frees in, because we know that, look, if we don't get a manager in the next 2 weeks, particularly if it's not Bullet, right, like, and we'll get a new manager, then I worry for Cardiff next year, because all these players out of, like, Jamalu Collins and out of contract at the end of June, a new manager has got no time to assess them, whether he wants them, can they be part of his squad, whatever. So we're going to end up just losing all those players. We already need a centre back, a full back, a midfielder, 2 strikers, and probably a winger. So what's that? A centre back, a full back, a midfielder, 2 strikers, and a winger. A minimum. That's 6 players, and that's without anyone leaving. We need those 6 players. So, like, we cannot just let this manager thing just go on and on and on and on and on, because then you end up with players like Jeju, who no one else wants. Would you take Ben Woodburn? I think. How can I word this? Yeah, sort of. I can't say more than that.
And to answer your question, yes, I would take Ben Woodburn.
Do you not think he's gone off the boil a little bit since he was a real young man? He's only 24. He made 21 appearances last season, and didn't have an assist or a goal. But he only started 2% of that.
Yeah, he needs a forever home, mate. There's no doubt about it that the boy's got talent. Like, you're stupid if you don't think he has. He definitely has got talent. I think he's made wrong decisions in his life, both football and otherwise, which has gone to this space. He needs an arm around the shoulder, and he needs love, and he needs a forever home, whether it's at Cardiff or somewhere else. Like, from a Welsh perspective, he's a very good footballer, mate. He's a very, very, very good footballer on his day. He's a talented young man, and he is still a young man. You just mentioned this, so he's 24 years of age, mate. You know, he's still got at least 10 plus years left playing. He just needs to play football, mate, and he needs, like I said, he needs to be looked after at the club where he is. I think he needs to be known as the guy. Like, he needs to be the man at that team, the catalyst. But I'd take him in a heartbeat, mate.
Yeah, I think when I think about it, so Preston had an option to keep him for another year, and they didn't take it. So they've released him. But when I think about it, like, and I think about Ruben Colwell, and I think about Kean Ashford, and I think about the potential of signing Jordan James. I like, and I mean, Andy talked about it with you. Having that core of Welsh players is a good thing. And I think if we could end up with a side where you've got on the left-hand side, Ben Woodburn sometimes, and Kean Ashford on the right, and Ruben Colwell in the 10 when Ramsey's not fit. And do you know that? And Jordan James behind with Siopis. That's exciting, and the fans will get behind it.
They buy into it. We buy into it as fans.
I think you're right, mate. He needs a bit of love, and maybe coming to a Welsh club is the way to get that love, because Welsh fans love him. He only made 11 appearances for Wales, scored 2 goals, and they were bloody memorable. Like, there's clearly something there, but it's interesting, mate. Cardiff could make a good team just from frees if they were organised.
Oh, 100%, mate.
So I'm going to touch on the manager, and I'm going to touch on the manager situation and the owner and the financial side tomorrow in a very, very detailed show, which I've been researching for the last few days. But like Reese has just said there, I do think, the club are going, they've seen the kids step up, and they're thinking, why do we need to replace NG? We can have Conte. Why we don't need a winger because we have Ashford. I agree to a certain point. Like, I agree that Conte is going to be in the first team squad next year, competing for a fullback place. I agree that Ashford will probably be the right winger. But you've got to think we haven't got a left winger either. And I think we have to, you cannot, Cardiff have to get free transfers in. We haven't got the money to go and sign a load of players. So we have to get some free transfers in. And my worry is because we don't have the football structure, which I'm going to talk about tomorrow night, and at the moment we don't have a manager, there's no one at the club with the skill set or the authority to go and make the free transfers a reality. Just my opinion, though. Just my opinion. Right.
I see you back.
Go on.
100% back.
100%. 100%.
She was trying to make a point, and I just said 100%. So screw you back.
100%.
Sorry,
100%. 100%, mate. 100%. Right.
Right. Go on.
I'm gonna test your knowledge, mate, a little bit in a minute. I got a little quiz for you, okay? Got a little who am I quiz. Okay? So I'm gonna give you some facts, and you've gotta tell me who you think they are, okay? Right.
Yep.
Bear with me now.
100%.
Right. I played my entire career outside. Oh, they're not Cardiff related, by the way. Just to say, they're just
that's fine. That's fine.
I played my entire career outside London. I spent 13 years as a player in Manchester. I made over 100 appearances for my country. I was sent off in the 2006 World Cup. Who am I?
David Beckham.
Wrong. One more guess.
Wayne Rooney.
Well done, mate. Well done. Good recovery, Bat. Good recovery. Like it. I started my professional career in 1964 with Italian side Spal. I finished my career at AC Milan in 1980. I was a midfielder who went on to manage Russia from 2007 to 2012. Who am I? Oh. Do you want me to give you some choices? I'll give you a choice of 4. Dick Advocat, Fabio Capello, Gus Hiddink, or Luis Felipe Scolari.
What a question. Scolari.
Say final answer.
I don't know. Yeah.
No, it's wrong. Last
Dink?
guess. Do you want me to read them? No. Should have waited. Fabio Capello.
Really?
Capello.
Oh,
right,
what
next
question, by the way.
Atlanta brought me to Europe in 2015. I went on to play for AC Milan and Barcelona. I left for Saudi Arabia in 2023, and I have a trademark salute celebration. Who am I? Would you like me to give you the choices?
Yeah, can you read it again, please, as well?
Atlanta brought me to Europe in 2015. I went to play for AC Milan and Barcelona. I left for Saudi Arabia in 2023. I have a trademark salute celebration. Who am I?
Jesus.
Do you want the options?
Christ. Yeah.
Options: Serge Aurier, Max Gradle, Sebastian Haller, or Frank Kessie.
Frank Kessie. No, I'm wrong.
Yeah, well done.
Hang on, it was
Kessie.
It was Frank Kessie,
right.
was it?
Yeah, he's the only one to play Barcelona, mate.
I thought
here we go. This is a tough one. So I'm gonna skip that because it's like too hard. It's like madly hard.
Go on, bring it. Let's go.
All right, okay. All right. Bear with me. Right. After a low-key playing career, I made my name as a manager. I have managed 2 different nations to AFCON Gold. I managed Saudi Arabia between 2019 and 2023. 2023, I took charge of the French women. Who am I?
Wow. Can you give me a nationality?
No, because I just clicked it wrong. Give me a second. I can give you 4 choices.
Okay,
because I don't know the nationality of the others. So you got Juan de Ramos, Hervé Ronyard, Carlos Queiroz, or Maurizio Sarri.
Queiroz.
Incorrect. I told you it was hard, mate. I wouldn't have got it.
Reese says Frenchman.
Which was the Frenchman? Hervé Ron. Yeah, well done. Well done, Reese.
Of course it is Reese. He Googles every bloody thing. He was teaching our quizzes.
In 506 career games, club games, I scored 95 goals. I made 108 appearances for my country. I have a winner's medal from 1998 World Cup, but my international career ended in acrimony. I have had 2 stints at Real Madrid as manager. Who am I? Come on, mate. That is the simplest one. Come on, mate. Do you want me to read it again? Do you want me to read it again?
Yeah, read it again.
I made 506 career club games. I scored 95 goals. I made 108 appearances for my country. I have a winner's medal from the 1998 World Cup, but my international career ended in acrimony.
Oh, Zizou, man.
There we go. 2 stints as Real Madrid manager.
Zizou.
That was the easiest one yet, wasn't it? I made my international debut in 1991. I won the Coppa Italia in 95-96. I played in 3 World Cups, and I finished my career in Qatar in 2003-2004. Who am I?
Jesus
Christ. Give you the choices.
Yeah, go on.
Bergkamp, Mateus, Batistuta, or Haji?
Haji.
Wrong.
Well, it's not
international debut 1991 and won the Coppa Italia in 95-96.
Batistuta.
Correct.
Yeah, as I say, there's no way He would play in Qatar.
I think so, eh? Here's a good one, mate. This is a fucking question. Wow. I am known as one of the greatest goalkeepers of all time. I've played at 4 World Cups. I won an Olympic gold medal and a Ballon d'Or, and I've won 5 domestic championships and 3 domestic cups. Who am I?
Yashin.
Go on, my son.
Yuri
Well
Yashin.
Lev Yashin, but I'll give it to you. Well done.
Same thing. These Russians, we don't count them anymore. They don't count anymore, do they, apparently? It's like,
I have
pause
played...
2 seconds.
Go on, mate.
Pause 2 seconds. Sorry.
Yeah, that's right. Right, while Rob's doing that, I'll read this one out for the people then, okay? This is for you guys. I've played my international football for 2 different countries. I started my club career in Brazil before moving to Europe. I won the Premier League title in 2014-15 and 2016-17. I'm very well known for my fiery temperament. But who am I? Let's go. Let's go. I'll read it again. I've played international football for 2 different countries. I started my club career in Brazil before moving to Europe. I won the Premier League titles in 14, 15, 16, 17. I'm well known for my fiery temper. Well in, Paul Diego Costa. Well done, mate.
Diego Costa. That's the one.
Yeah. I'm a legendary goal scorer who's retired in 2003. I made my name at Monaco. I've played in France, Italy, England, and the UAE. In 1996, I was named the African Player of the Century. Both of my sons signed for
George
PSG.
Weah.
Well, right, last one.
This is George Weah,
yeah. I'm gonna last one.
Go.
Born and raised in Liverpool, I made my debut for England in 2013. I won the FA Cup in 2017-18. I've scored 6 goals for my country in 33 games. I spent the 22-23 season on loan outside the UK. But who am I? Oh, what a question. What a question that is.
Ooh. Scouts are born and raised.
Who won the FA Cup in 17-18?
I can't think, mate.
Do you want me to read it again? Born and raised in Liverpool.
Yeah.
I made my debut for England 2013. I won an FA Cup in 2017-18. I scored 6 goals for my country in 33 games. And I've spent the 22-23 season on loan outside the UK. I can give you 4 choices if you want.
Outside the UK. I was thinking Trent, but it's obviously not.
You will kick yourself if you don't get it. It'll annoy you. So don't think Liverpool. Don't think Liverpool. He didn't win the FA Cup with Liverpool or Everton in 2017 and 18. He started his career in Liverpool, but not necessarily at Liverpool. Played for England when he was younger, and then went somewhere else in the Premier League, and then went on loan last year.
It's not that bad.
He's back in the Premier League now. Well, he was in the Premier League until about a week ago. Who got relegated last week? And what player have they got? They got relegated last week, and what player they got which played for England and a Premier League club that won the FA Cup fairly recently? There's only one player which fits the bill.
Oh my God!
No, it's not Origi.
No,
he wasn't born and raised in Liverpool. Do you want me to give you the 4 choices? The thing is, when I give you the 4 choices, you'll know straight away. You'll know straight away then. Dele Alli, Adam Lallana, Aaron Lennon, or Ross Barkley.
Ross Barkley.
Yeah. There you go.
Ball sack. What a player Ross Barkley is this season, by the way.
Yeah, he's been a great season.
Do you think he'll move?
I think so, mate. I think he's done enough to get a Premier League move this year. I don't know whether it'll be like one of the top teams, but I think he's shown that in a poor Luton side, he's looked like a real good player. So I think there'll be teams who will look out for him, and I think rightly so, mate. I'd pick him up if I was, someone. My computer's just frozen, mate. So if you want to close the show down, guys, we appreciate you as always. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for all that good stuff. Hope you enjoyed the 50-50 show. I'm sure we'll be back again at some point when Matthew can't be fucking asked to turn up and put his family before us. Disgraceful. But as always, it's been an absolute
person on East Podcast Nation.
It's been a pleasure, mate.
It's been fun. I enjoyed it. It's nice.
Sunburn. I'll be back tomorrow night. All right, go on. Keep talking, Rob, a minute. Just talk about AJM. Talk about them. I know. Talk about something.
Yes. I'll talk about AJM. 1,000,000%. Guys, if you haven't done so already, check them out. They do some quality gear. They've just sorted our club out with our presentation shirts, so can't wait to see them in the next couple of days when we get to pick them up. Browne, top man, like top guy. He does printing for sliders and things like that as well. So, if you don't want to get a Cardiff one and get a flower bumper on it, you can get sliders with your team's badge on it and stuff like that as well. So, highly recommend it. Quality service, quality people, local people as well, obviously to us, but they do deliveries as well, guys, for their sites. So, highly recommend. So, hook them up, say Big Rob Ball from Fleur Hour sent you, and I'm sure he'll give you a kiss when you place your order. I have no doubt about that at all.
You'd be loving it, mate. You'd be loving it.
Oh yeah, Brian loves a kiss. He's happy.
I want to talk a bit about. We got some good stuff coming up this week. We got another episode of the Long Watch. We dropped that yesterday with looking at Josh Bowler's season. And I'm sure some people disagree with my views on it, but such is life. We've also got my show tomorrow, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. We've got another episode, maybe 2 episodes from Terry Phillips on the history of Cardiff City, which I'm looking forward to. And I'm hoping to do a few other bits and pieces. It's going to be good stuff. Got a full podcast with Johnny Owen coming out next week on Ace Podcast Nation. We've also got a new series with Rodri Giggs coming out called Gigs with Guests. We're recording the first one on Monday. It's a VAR special with an ex-Premier League referee. We've also got a whole host of guests lined up for that. Some of the guests are mental. It's going to be incredible.
That'll be a cracker. Love that.
Do check that out on Ace Podcast Nation. And, of course, we have the normal show on the Thursday as well. So tomorrow I'm doing a show which is all about Vincent Tan. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to remove our... So that is the thumbnail from the other day where we talked about the financial issues, the potential issues, etc., etc. However, coming up tomorrow, I am going to be looking into what Vincent Tan can do to recoup his money and how he can go about it. Because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. We cannot keep doing that. He can't keep doing that. He wants his money back, or he wants the money that he is owed, which is fair enough. So he has to do something different on the pitch to do so. I've been having a real detailed look. I've been talking to Grange Star off the forum who posted all that financial information, speaking to a couple of other people about it as well. So it's a very, very detailed kind of look at the different options available to Vincent Tan. Like I loosely mentioned some of them on this show the other day, but tomorrow night we're going balls deep, baby, and it's what should Vincent Tan do next? And it's going to be interesting. Going to be really, really interesting. I know. I'm excited, mate. I'm excited for it. I got to say, because it's gonna not just look at what he needs, what he can do, also what he needs to do and how he's got to do it, and the reasons why he has to do it, but also a little delve into his background and what he's doing at the moment elsewhere, and
Can't wait,
why
mate.
things need to change and why they potentially will be. So it's going to be interesting, mate. I'm really looking forward to it. Let me see if I've my screen is back now, so I can finish up. So let's find the Flower Hour outro. Anything you'd like to say, Robert, before we finish up?
Up a flower.